Hello and welcome to today's unboxing video. By the title you know, I'm about to unbox my very first slabbed comic book into my collection. I think you're going to be surprised when you realize it's not a Wonder Woman book. It's not even a DC Comics book. You'll find out what's inside the box in a few moments. First, I want to acknowledge a few YouTube channels that have recently subscribed to mine. ASM 129 is a new subscriber. Do you know who wants an ASM 129? Everybody. And ASM 129, if you're watching, I think you might find some interest in a book that's in this box, although it's not the book that your channel was named for. D. Piercy's Comics is a new subscriber. Dan, I always appreciate you saying hi when we're in chats together and commenting and liking some of my Instagram posts. It's great to have you as a subscriber to my channel. Scarpad's Comic Treks is another new subscriber to my channel. Please check out these channels and show some support to them as well, because they're pushing out some great content for our community. AtCon was recently held online. It was the very first ever virtual comic book convention, and it was held on Instagram. There wasn't an actual physical location you could go to. It was done online. Very creative, very innovative. I think it took me at least until it was going on to really understand the full scope and the picture of what was happening. But once I got it, it was super cool. And they offered a lot of great content, a lot of great panels. There was specials from artists and creators that they had exclusively during the AtCon times. There were giveaways. I don't mean hundreds of dollars of giveaways, thousands of dollars of giveaways. I want to thank Ali from AtCon and everyone else who was involved with AtCon for putting this together, for sharing their vision and executing it so well. Now that I really fully understand it, I can't wait for them to do it again, and this will also give me some time to save up. I do suggest, if you're looking for a key comic book, if you're looking for some stuff that you can't find anywhere else and you're looking for bargains, to check them out. AtCon was held at Elite_Center 11. That was the technical venue on Instagram. As I said, it wasn't a physical location you could go to. But Elite_Comics 11 is where you can go and look in to see if they have some books that you've been missing. I've seen them have books that nobody else has. They have keys, they have fantastic stuff, their prices are good, and they're great people to deal with. Ali had said in one of his videos that you're only as good as your reputation, and their reputation has impressed me, that's for sure. So I'm super excited to open this up. There should be 2 books inside because I won 2 different prizes. I'm going to put you into fast forward mode as we open the box, and then we'll get to the good stuff. How about that? Okay, so in full disclosure, I want you to know that I am aware of what books are inside. These were prizes that I won during some contests that they had done. So they revealed what the prize was as soon as I knew that I was a winner. Now I'm going to share that with you. Let's unwrap the bubble wrap. All right, as I mentioned, there are 2 prizes. The first one is a raw copy of G.I. Joe number 21. This is the silent issue. The trivia question, and if I'm remembering correct, I think it was during a panel that Bill was doing. The trivia question was, what G.I. Joe comic book was the first appearance of Storm Shadow? I knew it was 21, even though I don't have a lot of G.I. Joe comic books. This book recently had come up in my Instagram feed a couple of times a few days beforehand, and I just kind of browsed it and took a look at it. It's in really great shape too. So a nice key comic book here. And I was the first one to reply back with issue 21, and then I found out that that's exactly what I won. So I'm very excited to add this to the collection. Great shape too. Very, very happy. Now comes the big moment. I have my very first ever slab. You look at the back and you could probably tell it is a Silver Age comic book just based on the advertisement that you see on the back. My win was for an Amazing Spider-Man 28, graded at a 5.0 CGC. This is the first appearance of Molten Man. And the question that I won in this, Ali did a question and he said, what cover did Neil Adams in his interview say was his favorite cover that he had drawn? And I knew it was Superman versus Muhammad Ali. I was the first one to get the answer in, and I won. I've seen, they commented on the time, and I've seen other people comment on this as well. This book is very hard to get in a nice condition because of the black. It shows all of the errors that you can get in a comic like this. So to get this in a 5.0 is highly desirable. It looks absolutely beautiful to me. Wow. Apologize for the glare. As my friend Comics for Thomas says, once you get your very first slab, it starts you on the journey to wanting more. And I can see how. It's absolutely, it's beautiful. I'm planning, since the book is slabbed, I obviously don't want to crack the slab just to read the story. So at some point I'm going to pick up Marvel Tales 166. That 1984 comic is a reprint of this issue, and that way I'll be able to read exactly what happened in the story. Stan Lee and Steve Ditko story, Steve Ditko cover and art. Origin and first appearance of the Molten Man. Peter Parker graduates high school. Very, very nice. This now also qualifies as my oldest Amazing Spider-Man comic book in my collection. So Ali and Bill and everyone else involved with AtCon, thank you so much for your generosity and the fantastic prizes that you offer to people and the fantastic deals that you offer to people as well for the books that were for sale. I had a great time, and I'm really looking forward to the next one. I think that's a great win. I think it's a great way to get my slab collection underway as well. As my friend Ferangian Vigilante says, when someone gives you a slab, the proper response is, thank you, may I have another? In future videos, we're going to do some more comic book editions. I know that I mentioned that we'll have my oldest Fantastic Four comic book in my collection revealed in that. I'll also have some of my top 12 list. I'll be able to check mark some books for the first time off my top 12 most wanted 2020 list. That will be coming up in a future comic book editions video as well. Thanks for tuning in today. Comment below. Let me know what you think of this. Were you participating in AtCon? What was the first slabbed comic book that you ever got? If you don't have any, what would you like to be your first one? Another great way to show support is by hitting the like button, and of course subscribing to the channel is much appreciated and will get you a shout out in a future video. Thanks for joining me today. Take care.